Hey all, in this video you will learn everything about the top 10 reasons why you should get an Australian Shepherd. So make sure you watch till the end. Also, check out the description for more helpful information and if you consider buying a dog. The Australians enjoy being in charge because they were bred to control sheep and cattle. This makes logical sense. They will simply try to control you if there are no sheep or cattle where you live. They may succeed and become the leader dog of your family pack, depending on your personality. Are you willing to battle for control of your own household? No. Then get ready to start obeying your new boss's orders. Number 10. Training. Australian Shepherds need to be trained. Boundaries must be established by you, or they will be established by your Aussie. Because they are constantly learning, training should continue throughout maturity. A happy Aussie is one who has been well trained. They enjoy learning new things and strive to please others. You must be willing to devote the necessary time and effort. Don't get an Aussie if you can't. You don't want an Australian Shepherd who hasn't been properly taught. With another breed, you might be able to get away with it, but with an Australian Shepherd, you're just asking for problems. Number 9. Exercise. Australian Shepherds not only enjoy but also require physical activity. You must be willing and able to accommodate your Aussie's desire for physical activity if he or she will not be working for a living. You'll notice a difference in an Australian Shepherd's disposition if he doesn't get enough exercise on a daily basis. They will not only be bored, but they will also become agitated. They may become irritable as their frustration grows and they begin to go stir crazy. Denying an Australian Shepherd exercise would have to be considered cruel. They can't take it any longer. They require, at the very least, a fenced yard in which to run. Aussies aren't meant to live in apartments. Miniature Australian Shepherds are slightly more apartment friendly, but they still require regular exercise. Number 8. Attachment. Aussies develop a strong bond with you. Don't acquire an Aussie if you only want a dog to adorn your backyard. They are very affectionate and gregarious and want to be with you. Levi, for example, is a mummy's boy. Without Levi connected to her leg, my wife can't move an inch. We've long debated whether or not we should have given him the moniker Shadow. Aussies love to be right in the middle of the action, and they'll be there with you every step of the way. By the way, if you have an Australian Shepherd at home, here's some advice. Take caution on the stairwell. Australians will literally walk so close to you that they will brush your leg as you go down the stairs. Number 7. They are protective. Australians are fiercely protective of their homeland. That is exactly what they do. Strangers make them nervous. This inclination must be countered by adequate socializing, beginning when they are puppies. Otherwise, visitors to your home will be confronted with a vicious dog. Alternatively, your Aussie can grow overly shy and afraid of strangers. In either scenario, your Aussie may bite people and other animals. It's bad for your dog, bad for you, and worst of all, bad for your guests or the neighbor's kids. Be prepared to commit to continuing socialization before purchasing an Aussie. Number 6. Costs. Aside from the upfront charges, they are continuing expenses that can quickly pile up. There are the obvious ones, such as feeding expenditures and, of course, veterinarian fees. Regular vet appointments for checkups and vaccinations are sufficient, but what if your pet suffers a catastrophic injury or illness? Levi has been diagnosed with epilepsy and will need to take medicine for the rest of his life. Remember to factor in training sessions, and yes, damage to your home and furnishings. Even the most well-behaved puppies chew on things that they shouldn't. And housebreaking doesn't happen overnight. You must honestly question yourself if you can afford to keep a dog before bringing it home. Number 5. Good for experienced owners. Have you never owned a dog before? Think about it. This is not a breed for beginners. Dogs are one thing, but Aussies are another. Even if it is your first dog, you may be successful with an Aussie if you are prepared to go all out and commit to what owning an Aussie is all about and educate yourself about dogs and how they think and why they do what they do. However, consider whether you want your first puppy to be the ultimate doggy challenge. Number 4. Good, if you don't mind the mess. Do you like things to be exactly so in your home? Dogs may wreak havoc on your home. The days of your house being featured in Clean Freak magazine are over if you get an Aussie. Australian Shepherds shed a lot, although not as much as some other breeds. However, no matter how often you brush, there will still be hair everywhere. Then there's the muddy feet, the accidents left on the carpet during housebreaking, and if your dog's stomach upsets, well, you get the picture. Number 3. Lovers, not fighters. Are you looking for a vicious attack dog? Don't bother with an Aussie. Because of their strong protective instincts, they make excellent watchdogs. Don't worry, they'll keep you updated on what's going on. Believe me when I say that you'll hear about every single human, dog, squirrel, bird, or plane that passes by your house. But aside from the legal ramifications of owning an attack dog, Aussies aren't big enough to be reliable man-stoppers. For that job, choose a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler. Number 2. Great for those without kids. Are your children pleading with you to buy a puppy? Aussies aren't toys, so don't get one. The Aussie is not the dog to purchase for the youngsters, despite being affectionate and loving friends. The powerful personalities of Australian Shepherds can be challenging to control for some individuals. They have their own thoughts and require strong direction. That being said, for those without kids, this is the perfect pet. Number 1. Good for people who stay at home a lot. An Aussie is not for you if you are never home and spend most of your time away from home. These canines are incredibly bright, and if left to their own devices, they will come up with ways to pass the time. Things you might not like when you get home. But can you blame them? Aussies need to feel that they are part of your family pack. Being abandoned all day can be hard on any dog, but is especially true for Aussies. Too busy? Get a goldfish. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments and share your experience with other interested dog owners. Also, check out the description for more helpful information and if you consider buying a dog. And if you found this video helpful, it would be great if you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new videos and learn new things.